Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and I guess this is technically considered late. I was wondering the other day if I had ever made a Wakasa Bay Godzilla leader video. I thought I did. Maybe I recorded it and then deleted it by accident. I do like a mass deletion of videos that I have in the backlog once I'm done with them, and I might have caught it by accident. I could have sworn I made one for him. I didn't. So shout out to whoever commented on my, I don't even know what video you commented on, the 1954 Tokyo version video and asking for a Wakasa leader review. I didn't even realize I never did one. So today we will be talking about Godzilla Wakasa Bay version, aka Waka, as a leader. You know, better late than never. His ability is called Heat Ray. Shocker. Most of the Godzilla's leader abilities are called Heat Ray, but his works a little differently than most. His Heat Ray costs 2, has a 20-second cooldown. Phenomenal cooldown, phenomenal cost. Deals 300 damage in a straight line. Damage increases the more special moves are used, up to 1000 damage for the 5th time. So, I'm not going to break down what exactly each of the intervals are from 300 to 1000, but once you hit the 5th use of this ability, you're doing 1000 damage a hit. Do I like this leader ability? I really am a huge fan of the cost, and I'm a huge fan of the cooldown. You can spam this move pretty reliably. I'm not a massive fan of it just being straight damage. If this was like maybe 1000 damage and a 10% buff to characters, sure. But normally the best leaders in this game are leaders that help out the entire team. This helps no one but your leader. So you can see here him hitting Kamacuras, him hitting the Kamacuras there. He's going to use the leader ability in a second. And, like, it's cool. He hits everything in that line, so it is an AoE that you can pop every 20 seconds. But it's not like, you know, Godzilla 89 is going to give a 50% damage boost to everything that's, 5 energy or higher. Kong gives a 20% boost to everything that's 4 energy or higher. Biolante gives the speed boost and then like a boost for ranged units, like 20% boost to range units. You want leader abilities like that. Leader abilities like that are what is going to win you games. This, unless it's in overtime and you're just beam spamming, I don't think is going to win you many games. This is just pretty tight defense cost. We're going to take him into battles. Obviously, I'm going to show you battles with him. I do think, though, we're probably going to take him into fixed because he's level 5, and I'm at rank 66 in the arena, competing at the top, and I'm going to get absolutely fucking cooked with him as my leader. So we're going to take him into fixed. He should be relatively samey there. Since he's not doing a big damage boost or anything, we can still get a good feel for his leader ability. But I guess let's just jump into some matches. I mean, I didn't go over his stats. His stats are pretty solid. These are like pretty decent leader stats, but his attack speed being 5 seconds is terrible. Your leader's constantly, what is under attack, and 5 seconds to defend himself, not great. Not great. But anyway, now let's get into some battles. All right, we got this guy. Star of Earth's greatest threat or battle, whatever it was. So this is ranked. This is not fixed. I must have been in the fixed queue for like 10 minutes, 11 minutes. No hits. So we are begrudgingly going into ranked battles with a level 5 Wakasa Godzilla. Regardless of his actual level, it just means that we're going to have a lot less health and damage in his regular, his regular attack. However, his ability, the 2-cost ability, should remain the same damage. There's no reason why that would change. It's never been the case. So he will still do up to 1000 damage a hit. So we could do like, I don't even know if he's like out of range, but we could do like, hit him with this. Bam. I think we just missed it. That's unfortunate. But I'm not really worried about this Rodan. We'll get him in like 3 hits. Okay, so I actually didn't know because I didn't really use Wakasa as my leader too much. His attack cooldown is the 5 seconds, but he is hitting the 3 times when he does attack. So that's actually pretty big. We'll keep holding this out. We're gonna have to be playing though. I'm telling you, like a crazy, like crazy amount of defense because we have only about 5,000 health, and we are in the rank 66 range. We are up there with some of the best. And 5,000 health leader at 66 is no bueno. But we're gonna stick it out, and I think we can do it. So we got Destroyer up ahead. We got Biolante behind Earth. Earth is in, he's in dire straits, but he's got that attack boost. We have Mothra coming in. Hopefully Rodan is not killed right on top of the leader. I think this is a little too close, but it is what it is. So the leader is still getting healed, but we are still fighting him, which is good. He's healing himself again, but I think we might be able to take down this Mothra with the... No, they all died anyway. We were able to get an extra hit on him. Let's head up this Mothra with Leo. That might be a little too close to comfort. Oh, but Waka Godzilla actually took care of business right there. So he's got Gigan coming through, so we'll drop Godzilla Earth here. We are really close to beating him, actually. That's pretty big. Mothra spawns in, halved the health on one go. Can we beat the Mothra before the two of them take him down? My Mothra? Yes, cool. So we got him out of the way. Let's throw Destroyer right up in the middle, kind of give them something to fear, I guess. They're going to have to choose between which one they want to go, and I don't really want him walking into the water. We will do Mothra here, and he gave up. So we didn't really get to use too much of Waka's ability, but I am happy with the battle, so I think we're going to keep this one in the video. Alright, up next we got Gore the God Butcher? We'll see. Let me use this leader ability, so let's knock that out. So now we just went from 300 to whatever that next interval is. We got Earth on deck, and we got these two pre-evos. Maybe should have put them up. I'm worried for the Gigan what he's going to do. There's a Godzilla. Any minute now, he's going to send that big boy right over here. And I should say, now that this ability is also charged up again, we can hit it for the... This will be we were at the first interval. This is now the second interval. So now this next shot's going to be on the third one. And we can use that to take down buildings that maybe we could not have taken down before. And that's going to give you a chance to use like Earth in corners. On the New York map, the building is in such a spot where you might not be able to... Right? It's New York where the building is where you can't really play Earth. No, this is New York. What am I saying? Tokyo, right? Tokyo has it, so the building is a little off, so you can only place like Earth on one side of the building, or on one side of the map. But with this ability being so cheap, you can just knock those buildings out right away. Bam, done, got that Mogera. We're on the next interval again, so what is that, our third one? So you can see, like, there's a lot of utility to be had just by, pinging some units left and right and taking down the buildings, making sure that your Earth has room for deployment. But I honestly am like not really seeing a ton of like practical application for this ability. I think it's definitely neat. I don't think it is like the best ability we've ever seen in this game by a long shot. It's definitely one of the abilities of all time. So this guy's about to probably rush us if I had to guess. There's an Anguirus. There's the rush. We'll put Biolante there. We'll block these guys up. He's hitting them for 3 a shot. Let's help out Earth over here. Can we hit that Anguirus from over here? I don't know if we hit him. The range on that is kind of questionable. It seems like if they're on that very tip area, we're not going to get them. Mothra spawn in to distract. That's perfect. We're going to send Destroyer up in the middle. And that should be a lock. I think that's lock and key right there. Because that's Terrestrius is most likely his 1954 Earth. Or 1954 Godzilla. But there we go. So it's another forfeit. We're making people forfeit with this leader. And guys, it's not because our leader is scary. It's because of the units. So far, while the ability is really like easy to pop off and kind of reliable to just, maybe knock out the last remaining health on a character for pretty cheap, or an enemy I should say for pretty cheap, or take down buildings, it's not really helping out my team in the long run. Like, it's not going to help me when we get to that final push at the end in the enemy's face. I'm not giving a boost to any of my guys. It's just more damage that's only reaching about midfield. So I'm not feeling super strongly about the ability at the moment. So in between matches, I did a little bit of math on my calculator. Believe it or not, I do know how to do some basic arithmetic. And if our damage for Godzilla Waka's ability is 1,000 points at the final level, and it starts at 300, I took 300 minus 1,000, or 1,000 minus 300, whatever it is, it doesn't give you the negative, and it gives you 700. Okay? This guy got a Mecha Godzilla? 700. Come on, man. Hit me with the lead. I'm trying to do math, and you're hitting me with the lead in my lead. Come on. So it gives you 700, and then there's 4 more intervals you can travel up to go to the max. 700 divided by 4 is 175. So every time you pop this ability off, you gain an additional 175 damage. And that's how the cookie crumbles. So I'm glad we all went on this journey today. I'm pretty sure my math is correct. You can feel free to let me know if it's not down below, but I think I'm pretty close to being on the money. I do gotta say myself, you know. I think we're close. We're hitting him here. Look at that. Tearing this guy up. He put that defense barrier. Bylante does not care. She's still kicking. Look at that. We got Earth up. He's using the trains, fighting for his life over there with the Bylante. So we'll throw Bylante back up on that side. I'm expecting a Mogera or that Kiryu to come back at any given point, so we'll hold the Kamacuras for whenever that inevitably comes. Manila was stuck over there. Let's get another hit out, another 175 up. Now, if this kept charging up for as long as you had the, as long as the game went on, if it didn't cap out at 1,000, I might actually consider this a really good ability. But it caps at 1,000 damage. You know, you can hit multiple targets with it. But I still don't think it's as good. Here, we'll pop it again. I still don't think it's as good as some of the other abilities. It seems like it has a lot longer range when you're aiming it, but like when you're actually using it, it doesn't really look that long. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it looks longer than it actually is, I guess is what you would say. He's not gonna help. I got you in case that Mogera, or not Mogera, what is he? I don't think he has Mogera. It's Kiryu that he has. There it is. There's the Kiryu. So we'll do this, and we'll hit him for what, like 1,000? Close to it. That's an excellent battle right there, ladies and gentlemen. So look, we were able to at least use it defensively against his characters, but it didn't really help us out on the other end of the map. It's only a defensive ability. It's not if you like to play defensively, I guess this is good. His stats, like his health and everything, eventually are going to get really good if you have him at a higher level. But man, I prefer my leaders with abilities that are actually going to be useful either on offense or, I guess on offense or when I'm attacking the enemy leader. And this is like a strictly defensive ability. It has no ability to help your units on the field. This solely is for your leader, and abilities like that usually do not make it into the meta, I gotta say. So there you have it. We did, what, 3 battles with Waka Godzilla, and I think I could say that as far as leaders go, I am definitely having fun with the ability. Being able to spam it and take down the buildings or take down enemies with low health is really nice. But I don't think this is as strong as something like G89. I don't think this is as strong as Kong's leader ability. I definitely don't think it's like Kamen Rider's. I honestly think that Mecha Godzilla 74's leader ability is probably better. This is a fun gimmick. I maybe if the damage kept going up every time you used it, this would be really good. And eventually, by the end of the battle, you're hitting for like 2,000 damage, 2,500 damage. That would be really insane. But at the moment, it's not very good. Dropping 1,000 points of damage, though, we didn't get to this in the video because it never happened. But dropping 1,000 points of damage in overtime on an enemy leader is not a joke. That is a really big deal. So outside of defensive plays and when you're like right up on the enemy, this is going to be for the most part useless. I think there are specific circumstances where you will get your bang for your buck. Like I said, it's only 2 cost and it has a 20-second cooldown. So if you can drop 1,000 damage every 20 seconds for 2 cost, that's very, very similar to trains, right? To using trains on someone. So unless the enemy is right up in your face, whether it's the leader and in overtime or they're making a push on your leader, this ability otherwise has no real function. So, not a huge fan of the ability as it stands, but I definitely think that the energy and the cooldown at least put it in a contender for a decent ability. If this energy and cooldown was anything higher than what this is, it would be worthless. But because you can hit it so quickly, so rapidly, that's phenomenal, right? What let's do some quick math right here, right? What is a minute? Or what, a minute is 60 seconds, right? So what we do, like 5 times 60, and then you divide that by 20. You could probably hit this like 15 times. 15 is the number, but with all the cooldowns and stuff, you probably realistically hit this like 7 times a match or something like that, maybe 8 or 9. Listen, 1,000 damage 4 or 5 times for 2 energy, that's pretty good. But like I said, the enemy has to either be right up on you or you have to be right up on them. So take that as you will. I maybe would put him in the lower end of B tier as a leader, high C, low B. He brings nothing really to your other units. He's a very selfish leader. All that he does is strictly based around him. So those are my final thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.